Andrew. Dude. I got approved to post in the sort of, there's a Facebook page with 18,000.
I saw it on the video.
What's up, bro?
What's going on, dude?
I'm just gonna keep it rolling, but I already said that this is episode 2 of Belfast RoyalTea. So let me ask you this question real quick, because the Facebook page is, you know you love Belfast if ...
Yeah.
So let me ask you that question. You know you love Belfast if what?
Well,
Okay, about to meet up with Andrew Carrier. He said he'd be here in 18 minutes. It's 4:08. He texted me that at 4:50. So maybe he's here right now. Welcome back. This is Belfast RoyalTea, episode 2. Let's get it. I don't see him just yet. Let me put on my gloves though. Oh, there he is. Perfect timing. All right. Let's do this. Timing. What does Wayne Gretzky say? Don't go to where the puck is, go to where it's going. All right. So we're gonna take a look at the barn. Andrew. Dude. I got approved to post in the sort of, there's a Facebook page with 18,000.
I saw it on the video.
What's up, bro?
What's going on, dude?
I'm just gonna keep it rolling, but I already said that this is episode 2 of Belfast RoyalTea. So let me ask you this question real quick, because the Facebook page is, you know you love Belfast if ...
Yeah.
So let me ask you that question. You know you love Belfast if what?
Well, you shop at the co-op more than twice a week, and or hit the farmers market. There's a couple of things that are unique to Belfast that I particularly enjoy, and that are an influence of keeping me in this town for sure. And also seeing plenty of friendly faces. You know, generally speaking, the people are very kind and accepting and open to all.
Amen, brother. Amen to that. Andrew, so we're going to take a look at the barn real quick, but do you want to just talk briefly about who you are and like what kind of stuff you do as I feed the sheep?
Sure. Yeah.
Awesome. So if you want to just hold it like that.
Right on. Yeah, my name is Andrew Carrier. I'm a contractor. I do some building and remodels and such. I'm also diversifying my expertise into health and wellness. I'm officially a certified nutrition coach and exercise recovery specialist. I've passed those classes, and I'm getting into my personal trainer and strength and conditioning coach and DNA-based recovery and a few other things. The sheep do approve.
Yeah.
The sheep do approve.
Yeah, they basically have said, I've been speaking sheep for about 4 months now, and they basically said that Andrew Carrier is a legend. So, if you wanted the translation.
Maybe someday. Yeah, and I moved to Belfast last year. I was getting quite a bit of work on the coast. I decided to just move out this way instead of traveling from central Maine to the coast each and every day. It's a beautiful place. It's been a nice community, and something that I am happy that it's a move I'm happy I made.
Nice, man. So I'll just keep it going here real quick. Do you have gloves on?
No.
Can you just click that X in the top of that YouTube video?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I sure can.
Sweet, man. So we've been working on this barn for a bit now, bro. But the goal one day, and I was telling Andrew this, is to have maybe a recording studio up here for our podcast. And bring people by in Belfast, just different people. But right now, this is kind of what it looks like. We're working on these floor joists to build an apartment. And we got this sheetrock here. Some of them are just kind of nailed in, but
Yeah.
we had to replace all these floor joists over there. Oh, it looks like we did. It looks like we got it done today. There was a couple of guys that were here earlier. So this is the second floor, and we're probably gonna make the apartment to like a window, essentially.
Yep. I see the floor difference in height.
Yeah. So it's not. What do you like? Is that for? Oh, just from. What do
Just
you
from
mean? Can you
there.
explain that?
So in looking at that, what that tells me is that it's probably going to be the parameters of the apartment, because you'd have wonkiness. You know what I mean? Or just have a transitional piece. But if you're just replacing these, it just seems like an indication that that's where the walls would be.
Boom. See that? That's knowledge right there. Let's freaking go. So, yeah, we're taking, whenever we can, when we get a job done, it's like that kind of fuels this too, because some things here will be, I think, profitable, or at least help the blueberry business in ways be more profitable. So when we do a job, I think Doug, who owns this property, is able to kind of invest and pay some workers to come in here, do some stuff, does a few more jobs, et cetera, et cetera. They can kind of reinvest back into this. And that's sort of the first thing, is to, get the apartment, and then a sugar shack, believe it or not, for maple syrup. I don't know if you know anything about maple syrup, but...
Yeah, I used to go every spring. My family has a sugar shack up in Canada. And I used to go, my great-grandfather had a horse. The horse's name was Girl, and he had a big wooden sleigh and a big wooden barrel, and he had all the buckets on the trees, and he would dump them all in there. And then we'd bring it to the sugar shack, and he'd have like the big burn barrel, or basically it's an evaporation barrel, if you will. He'd get a fire going underneath it, and he'd siphon out all the syrup into the big burn bucket there and boil it down. It takes a hell of a long time. It takes on average 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup.
Yeah, I've heard that. And we do so much saving of scraps because of that, so we can have stuff to burn for the sugar shack,
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the trick to the trade. But yeah, man, explore, because Andrew's here, as well, for just kind of checking out this space. And actually, if you want, we could go upstairs and then come back down.
Sure.
This is so cool, man. It was built in the 1950s, and it was I'm just learning this because I'm not from Maine. I'm not from Belfast. But I'll tell you this, man, there was a lot of chicken type things happening in Belfast and in this area. And this was actually a chicken coop with 30,000 or 50,000 chickens. So this is the third floor. And this is kind of a
second floor, if you will.
If you will.
Yeah.
So
Right on. This is what we're looking at potentially doing some art.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, we got intro Doug and Andrew still, but Andrew's, got a really cool business model that kind of supports artists, because it is hard for artists, and when they can sell their merchandising rights, that gives them another vehicle to kind of continue making art and not like, you know, focus so much on the bit. I mean, I'm an artistic guy myself, so I get it. Like some artists just don't want to even focus on the business side as much. They just want to focus on their passion.
Yeah. To be clear, I can't take credit for the business model. That would be my friend Chris Cody. He's the one that started Panels. He's the president. But
Okay.
I'm affiliated with the company, and I work really closely with them.
You're like a jack of all trades, though, too. You know, you kind of are involved in a lot of stuff.
And bring my building skills there, too.
Dude, I love that, though.
Building
That's
temporary
like,
walls to skin them with Luan so artists can come and build murals or paint murals and such.
yeah.
And I mean, we've got some that are, geez, I think the biggest one is 16 feet tall and 20 feet wide.
Yeah, that's a big mural, isn't it?
That wouldn't fit in here.
Yeah.
That's the one thing is the vertical.
And this is a big
is the limiting
space.
factor.
This is like a pretty big space, too.
It's the vertical space that's a limiting factor in here.
Okay, yeah. So maybe that would
But there's
obviously
the
wouldn't work.
majority of the murals that are made are typically like 8 foot high, and they vary from 8 to 12, 16 feet wide.
Yeah.
So most of the time they're only 8 feet high.
Because right now I'm super interested in this space of like, okay, what can we do here to make this to draw people in here, you know, add to the community. I know Doug originally was thinking about getting some workshops going here, you know, things of that nature. Building a recording studio would be awesome, I think, just so that way people could, you know, get studio time locally. And also like I could, you know, I mean, Andrew and me kind of were talking about Belfast RoyalTea, doing more shows and doing more episodes, if you will, and kind of when we can, because he's a busy guy. And I find that I'm getting to be a busier guy by the day. But I think that with Belfast RoyalTea, there's so many people to meet and have conversations with in Belfast, and business owners, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. No, there's quite a few unique people that bring a lot to the table as far as the community is concerned, you know, and it's I think it would be a great networking tool, and also just expose some of the things that are going on in the community, and that excites me.
Yeah, dude, for real. But the coolest floor, in my opinion, and it's not like we would do something here, but it could be potentially possible to do something here. That's where I grab the bamboo, Andrew, if I need to just go in the middle there and do some kung fu and wave around.
Kung Fu Panda your day away.
Yeah, exactly. Jack Black, you know. So it's kind of dark here. So maybe you can kind of verbalize what you're seeing for the people, my friend.
Yeah, and I can pull out my phone and shed a little light on the situation, if you will. Let's see. Boom. Here we go. Yeah, all kinds of sawdust up here. Clean sawdust, at least.
So this was actually stuff for the chickens.
Yep. Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me at all. In some of the old houses that I've worked on, I found this in walls for insulation.
Yeah.
Yep. And when they say clean, I mean, that's why I was mentioning that, because
there's not like a bunch
it's
of
for bedding, but it does not full of chicken shit.
Yeah.
Like these now.
So yeah, there's a few of those. Dude, if you come up here, now we're at the 4th floor. Now we're at the 5th floor, if you will. This opens, which I think is so cool.
Be able to access the roof.
Yeah, and look at that sun, bro.
Yeah, beautiful.
I mean, that's Maine. You just have so much.
The natural beauty of Maine is incredible.
Yeah.
It's one of its selling factors. And it's one of the things that makes it such a popular tourist destination as well.
Yeah, it's true.
Good thing for the winters, because it definitely scares them from wanting to be here full time. We don't want too many people here.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's fun being here in the winter. Thank you. It's like holding, trying to got the phone in my hand, so Andrew just gave me an extra hand. What? Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say maybe we should check. I don't even know if I've checked these out.
Yeah, it's a chute of some sort.
Well, there's an elevator, like one of those old.
It's pretty jammed up.
See, it's cold.
I wonder what they would do
I'll show you the elevator later, but I think we're gonna have to take it out.
This leads me to believe that they would shoot up the sawdust up here and fill this up or something. I wonder if we look up in here, if that's just open here.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'll have to ask Doug.
I'm not sure.
Because that pond outside isn't just for skating and bullfrogs in the summer. It's also what they plumbed for a water source for the chickens.
Oh yeah, there's a hopper here. So they could have been for feed. It could have been for dust, but that's a hopper. It's a big hopper for.
Yeah.
Whether it was chicken feed or whether it was their bedding or what it was, I'm not sure. I would almost guess feed.
Yeah.
That would be my first guess, I would think, but who knows?
That makes sense because there's this like man-made elevator that they. And by the way, do you have any history that you can talk about in terms of chickens in Belfast? Are you kind of in the know of that stuff, or
not too much? I know that
that'd be a cool guess to somebody that was like
was
a generational chicken like farmer or something.
Absolutely, no,
yeah?
Absolutely, 100%.
So if you know one, let us know if they're interested in talking to us for like 40 minutes, guys. Just like anybody that's watching, definitely.
Also,
that'd be a fun little thing.
I know that there was problems with the water and pollution from the chicken barns in the area.
Okay, so that's interesting.
It was back in the day when it was a booming industry of the town. There was a lot less regulation and environmental protection than there is in today's world.
Yeah, it's like negative 600 degrees, guys. So the property for something like
17.
A music oh, is it
16? Yeah.
Nice. So the property for like, I don't know, like it's just an idea right now, but Doug's interested, I'm interested for like a music festival. It goes all the way to, there's like that rock wall, and it goes all the way up, and I don't know if you can see that tree line there, but it goes past that.
There's a rock wall in that tree line back there too, huh?
Yeah, it's a large property. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on a music festival here? We went to the town. Doug needs to meet with a guy, Frank, for like a camping permit is what I think what me and you were talking about.
Yeah, if you get a camping permit and then just ask the correct questions and see, and I know in some states, I believe Maine does also adhere to, if you have a camping permit, you essentially have a mass gathering license.
A mass gathering license.
So you don't need to acquire a separate license to be able to have an event. And, in a property like this, and if you do a music festival type thing, you got to think about parking vehicles, where those would be parked, if you're going to shuttle people from one area to another, and or if you're going to use part of the property here to be able to park the vehicles. Mm-hmm. There's some logistics and things that really got to be worked out well in order to make it make sense. And when you park your vehicles, you can't just all stuff them in a lot. There's got to be fire lanes in case there's ever an emergency and people won't need to get out or whatever. Every car needs to be able to leave at any given moment. So it's got to be done correctly and accordingly. So it does take space, but it is a beautiful property, and I don't see why you wouldn't be able to have at least small to medium-sized events here.
Sure. Yeah. Like what is that? Like a small? How many people do you think? Is that like a?
You'd probably be like 100 or 2.
Yeah, 100 or 2.
I mean, I've worked some events that were,
Yeah.
I built a stage at EDC Las Vegas, and it was over 500,000 attendees over 3 days at that event.
Dude, that's so cool that you built, that you're a part of that. Yeah. So. No, it sounds like we got our homework to do, but anything's possible, or at least I believe so. So,
also another big thing to note is noise ordinances of the area.
Yeah.
It looks like we have neighbors pretty close here, so as far as festivals go, sometimes the music can get rowdy and loud and late at night. So, yeah. And depending on what kind of music and the demographic of the customers and all that other stuff,
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things to consider there.
Yeah. So what does that mean for us? Does that mean that it might be
just have if you do a music festival, say, like, typically speaking, if I've been to like bass music festivals and EDM shows and stuff where the music's bumping and people are carrying on until 2-3 in the morning, it just doesn't seem like this would be the ideal conditions for that kind of thing. But you can have something a little earlier in the day and especially if it's something that's trying to bring out some local talent and stuff. You know, you can kind of
that's what we're going for.
A smaller, you know, have a nice small little stage and just have something go until whatever the noise ordinances allow.
And this is just the latest
10 o'clock at night.
You know, Cockamania idea. Like we will have more ideas too, besides the music festival. But let me just shed some light on the one thing that I thought was cool. There's this hike that we're right by called Maiden's Cliff. And if we did a small music festival, I think we would call it Maiden's Magic. So it would be definitely for the community. It wouldn't be to try to get a bunch of people to fly out here. And it would be something to just add value to maybe Lincolnville. So, anything any thoughts on the barn or anything that you want to check out or discuss on the 3rd floor, 4th floor, 2nd floor?
I mean, it's pretty straightforward. There's definitely the opportunity to have a makerspace here. A little limited in vertical height, but that's whatever, you know, as the summer months start rolling in. I mean, there's no heat here anyway, so painting in here in the wintertime wouldn't really work. Everything would be frozen, and spray paint doesn't work well when it's, or any paint doesn't work well frozen.
Yeah.
For that matter. But no, there's certainly there's opportunity here. Carrying
There's
glue
definitely
and
opportunity.
carrying the surfaces and the paint, everything up a couple flights of stairs would be a little bit of a pain in the neck, especially with those chicken wire and stuff there. But I mean, I'm sure some of that can be modified if need be. I would imagine. But also have a door to the outside of here, so
Yeah, we can.
Door doesn't hurt.
Let's see. Hopefully it will catch Doug, but if not, then we'll definitely discuss further.
Yeah, I'll be going out of town for work I'll leave for tomorrow morning, and I'll be back either Tuesday evening or Monday morning, depending on. I mean, Tuesday evening, Monday night or Tuesday morning, rather.
Yeah.
I'll be back. So.
Yeah. So again, I just want to get the ball rolling on Belfast RoyalTea. This is episode 2. I did a small one. Shout out to if you love Belfast. If I don't know who runs that page, but they have a huge page. I'd like to find out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
some research.
Shout out to them, man. They're that's a great page for people to just discuss things. I saw people discussing if they should add a grocery store or because the self-checkout line at Hannaford's gets to be like, you're waiting there for 6 days or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's only if you go at the wrong time or like not the wrong times.
Peak hours.
Yeah. So shout out to them.
But to the folks that work your 9 to 5 or whatever, they gotta, and that have children and whatever, they gotta go when they can. And they're kind of at the mercy of, what they can do with their schedule.
So we can wrap this, I guess, episode up, and I'll stop recording. And then who knows? Maybe Doug will fly in. I know that he's going to stop here before 4:45. But dude, what you got going on tonight? So you have a 9-ball
tournament.
Yeah.
For APA.
Yeah. So is there any? Yeah. If you want to talk about, like the pool scene here is something that I've kind of gotten aware of. I don't know what's going on, but I worked at Front Street, so I know that there was a lot of pool players there. I saw you all the time there, actually. That's how I kind of met Andrew. And going to the co-op, dude, was kind of...
and gym.
And shout out to Ed. Shout out to Bay Area.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give some love for sure to some of those places.
Absolutely. No, it's a great spot, and it's nice to meet people there that are also trying to grow and flourish and better themselves as a human,
Amen, bro.
But as far as the pool league goes, the Belfast is quite unique in the state of Maine with the pool league. It's like one of the largest divisions in the state. Every time we've gone to tri-cups or anything to that nature, there's always more Belfast teams there than... As we get into playoffs and stuff, there's always more Belfast teams there than there is any other region of the state. And it's quite popular. All Play is a great place. Shout out to All Play.
Okay.
And Paul, he's a good dude. It's a nice place. There's a little arcade there. There's a bowling center. There's 6 brand new diamond tables. And
what's a diamond table? Like a table made of diamond? Or no, is that a pool?
It's a brand name. They're professional league tables.
Okay, so that's like a professional pool table.
Tables that are very nice the cat's pajamas in the world of pool tables go.
Dude, I freaking love you for just being out here in the cold, guys. Like, Andrew's out here like a warrior. And it is, it's 16 degrees, so it's not like it's not like we're in our swim trunks. But, yeah, man, shout out to them. And I don't know, man, what do you want to do with this podcast? Maybe we can talk about that for another minute or two here.
Yeah, I mean, it's brings shedding light on what's going on in the world of Belfast, and being able to bring in some of the members of the community and just see what the community is like from their perspective, seeing what they believe what they believe Belfast is capable of, and where they kind of see their position in Belfast, where they see themselves in the community. And being able to do some networking, find other like-minded folks who want to be able to grow and continuously progress as humans and challenge themselves. If you're not.
Dougie Fresh is here, so we got here in time. Why don't we walk down to him and talk to him real quick too, Andrew? But basically, what we're saying is we want to hear from you guys. So. That's our man right there. Mr. Mott.
Hello.
I'm recording the second episode ever, Doug, of Belfast RoyalTea. I'm going to stop the recording though, probably, but, I just want to say...
I'm Doug.
Sorry.
Nice to meet you, Andrew.
I just want to say I love this guy.
All right, man. Love this guy.
And we want to hear from you guys and girls, so let us know about all the things that we discussed. And where you want us to kind of go with this too. Thanks.
Have
Peace.
a good one.
Peace and love. Bye.
So you had a chance to show him around a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.